All right, welcome to the first ever virtual Platoon t-shirt design meeting. The reason we're doing this instead of coming out and working with you is obviously because of the coronavirus and your safety and mine. So hopefully you're watching this via the YouTube video that I embedded into the PowerPoint, which I sent your company commander, and hopefully they in turn forwarded this to your drill sergeants. But the point of this today is I want to go over how to design your Platoon t-shirt. And I want to tell you the things that you're going to need. The first thing that you're going to need is the printed copy of the Platoon t-shirt artwork design form. So I'll see if we can get a close-up of that. This form is critical. I need you to write your battalion, okay, your company, your platoon, and your platoon's nickname, as well as your platoon leader, your drill sergeants, and then I want you to fill it out in the font, main character, background, and quote format. And the reason I ask you to fill it out in that format is because obviously there's 4 different platoons and I want it all to be structured in the same way so that my artist doesn't get frustrated with me when I send him the artwork descriptions of how to make your t-shirt design look awesome. Okay, the second thing you're going to need is a pen and your best handwriting. Okay, please try and print as best you can. Obviously, you guys may be writing this on the ground. I don't know what situation you're going to be in, but maybe ask one of your battle buddies to see if they can understand your writing, and before you send it to me. Your drill sergeants at the end of this will take a picture of that and simply text it to me, and all that information, my contact information, is at the top of the form. Okay. The third thing is the PGs should probably be the ones that lead this process, and I recommend that you have no more than 4 to 6 people in the design team. You should probably get 1 to 2 people that have some artistic ability. Ask if anybody can draw and is talented at drawing. And then the rest of the people, I would kind of use this as a reward. People that have been doing things the right way, ask them to be on the design team. People that your platoon respects and trusts, to think about experiences that you guys have had so far in basic training that you incorporate into the design. And then the fourth thing that you're going to need is the art catalog, which I have included in the PowerPoint presentation. And I've looked up every platoon nickname in your battalion, and I have only included artwork samples based on your platoon's nicknames. So you guys are going to have the opportunity to use these to cut and paste to describe your artwork to my artist. You'll use these letter and number sets. For instance, the top middle one is ASN 28. If you wanted to remove that guy's head and put it on the body from ASN 26, you can kind of cut and paste and describe things to my artist in the event that you're like me and you have no artistic ability. Okay? So, just to recap, you're going to need the t-shirt artwork design form, pen, somebody that has good penmanship. The third thing, the design form and your design team. Okay, or your catalog, excuse me, and your design team. I think it's best right now if we start with showing you the finished product, and then we'll walk backwards from there. Okay, this is a sample of your platoon t-shirt. It's going to have the Fort Jackson crest on the front left chest. The short sleeve shirts have the American flag on the right sleeve. And then on the back will be the artwork that you guys come up with today. Okay, we also have hoodies and long sleeves, okay, that are available to you. So that's what the finished product will look like. On the back, the area you're designing is 11 inches across and 18 inches down, and you can use up to 6 colors on the types of presses that we use in our screen printing facility. Okay, so you are limited to 6 colors, 11 inches across, 18 inches down on the back. That's the area that you're designing. Okay. Let me just walk you through how to design one of these, and I'm just going to use this one page, and I'm going to explain that to you. Okay. So, if you're looking at your t-shirt design form, okay, obviously you're going to have to fill out all the information at the top, your drill sergeant's names, your company, all that. Okay, but for the font, I'm starting at the font. Let's say that for the font style for your platoon nickname, how it's going to appear on the shirt, you wanted to refer to the picture ASN 35, and you want to use those banners in yellow right here. Okay, and you wanted to change the color yellow to blue. And you want to use the font from ASN 37 here inside that banner. And you want the font color to be gray, and you want it to spell Bigfoot on top. And I'm using Bigfoot because I know that that's not your platoon nickname. On the left side of the banners, maybe you wanted to write Hide and Seek, and then on the right side, World Champion. And then on the bottom banner, for your quote, maybe you wanted to put I love push-ups, Drill Sergeant. Okay. Moving on to the main character, maybe you wanted to use the guy doing push-ups from ASN 38. Okay, just his body, but you wanted to remove the head and the hood and the gas mask, and you wanted to insert the ASN 37 head on his body. And then maybe you wanted to add an M4 laying across his hands. Then I think at that point we're probably done with the main character. On the background, maybe you want to add an M4 laying across his hands, and you want smoke bellowing out of that M4 to form these three tiny drill sergeants, okay, out of smoke, but you wanted to increase their size and add them above this top banner. At that point, you'd also need to let me know which drill sergeants are male or female so that I can put the proper hat on them. And then you also need to let me know where your names are going to appear on the shirt. So maybe for this one, you want to use the stone pillars from ASN 31, and we'll put all of the soldiers' last names in those pillars. We only use a simple block font for soldiers' names, because if you were to say use Old English, if you get 60 names, it gets squished down and you can't read it. So we use just a simple block font for soldiers' names. For the custom quote, I kind of jumped around on that one, and I mentioned that in the font section up top. But just because I did the banners, it kind of set me off. But you'd also need to let me know that as a reminder. And then basically describe what colors you want to use. You can only use 6. All right. So I think you guys probably kind of get the gist of it. See here if I'm forgetting anything. I got my notes here. Yeah, just try and remember to have your drill sergeants text me the pictures of the artwork design form when you're completed with it. And if you did have somebody that can draw in your platoon, you can use main character. Just draw the main character. Try and use our fonts for everything else. It saves my artist a lot of time. But if you wanted, in my example, to draw a Bigfoot, one of your soldiers can do that. They would take a separate picture of that and also text it to me. Try and write, you know, for instance, Alpha 239, 2nd Platoon Bigfoot on the piece of main character artwork so that I don't somehow associate it with another platoon. Do that for me. Other than that, thank you guys very much for being understanding of adapting our process. Thank you guys for what you do for our country and what you're going to do for our country. And thanks for working with us. We greatly appreciate it.